Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's Fred Anderson here. I'm the coordinator of Awaken the Spirits Soup and Bannock for the Soul, coming to Vancouver Island University November 20th to the 22nd. That's just a few short days away. We're looking forward to a really good 3 days of empowerment, 3 days of inspiration, 3 days of fun, 3 days to uplift your spirit. And that's what it's all about. We know that there's people out there that maybe are in a 12-step program and they're trying to figure out this recovery stuff and they don't see the happiness quite coming in yet like I did. It took me a while before I started to laugh in recovery, and I was one of those serious people that came into sobriety, and I thought, well, where's all the happiness here? Until a friend told me, Fred, are you happy? And I said, yeah. He goes, are you really happy, Fred? And I said, yeah. And he goes, well, then tell your face. So I had to really look at how I was seeing my recovery and how other people looked at me. So I want to remind you that this event here is not just for those in 12-step programs. It's for anybody that wants to experience something positive. Maybe you're going through major changes in your life right now. Maybe it be changes in relationship. It may be changes in family. It might be loss in family. Whatever it may be. Maybe somebody's just trying to find out who they are. I mean, we all get to that fork in the road at one time in your life when you say, why am I here? Creator, why am I even on this earth? And that's why we share with people that is that you don't have to be great to get started. You don't. But you have to get started to be great. And if you really want to accomplish something in your life, it starts with that first step. And if you don't take that first step, you're always going to be the way that you are. And you're always going to be where you are. So we need to take that first step forward. The good thing about it, when you fall, I always tell people, make sure you fall forward. And make sure you land on your back, because if you could look up, you can get up. And that's the thing about it, is that for us to get together, eventually what we're going to do with this is Soup and Bannock for the Soul. We're going to start the largest online group of positive, like-minded people that help each other grow, that uplift the spirit, people that are not, it's got nothing to do with gossip, it's got nothing to do with negativity, it's only people that want something more in life, and they know that they have something more in life, and they want the people to help them to get it. So that's what we're going to do, start this alliance of positive, like-minded people that want something in their life. You see, I remember when I first started doing workshops like this and doing presentations, and I was telling my brother Patrick, I said, you know what? He said, were you scared when you got started? I said, well, of course, I still get scared. I mean, when I first started doing this, I stood up and my mind sat back down, because I was so terrified of what other people thought of me. But today, it doesn't bother me as much. I tell them, when you get butterflies in your tummy, make sure that they fly in formation. So you can control whatever those feelings that you're going through. It's in control, see. And one of the things that I want to share with those people that are maybe going through tough times right now, maybe you're going through like those changes, is that tough times don't last, but tough people do. So make sure that you last, make sure that you hang on, and even if it's some people that are struggling in recovery and they're thinking about falling off, hang on. Hang on, you'll see the benefits later. You may not see it now, you'll see it later. And that's what we call dreams. You see, when you really want to dream, that's where I first heard the saying, in order to accomplish your dreams, you first must wake up. So if we don't wake up and we don't see what's around us, how are we going to accomplish anything? There's a whole generation of people to this day that we call the Walking Dead. These are people that have no goals, they have no dreams. You call them up and say, what are you doing? They'll say, nothing. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. We call them the Walking Dead when they were born with a gift. And I shared this before, is that, the richest place on the planet of the earth is not the oil sands in Alberta. The richest place is not the oil wells in Saudi Arabia. The wealthiest place in the world is not the diamond mines in South America. The richest place on the face of this planet is our graveyards. And I truly believe that, because there are people that have passed away, and their gifts of what they could have become, the things they could have accomplished, the things that they could have manifested, died with them because they never let it shine. Don't do that. How many times have people come to you and say, wow, do you ever have a gift? You're an amazing singer. You're an amazing artist. You're an amazing designer. You're an amazing speaker, but you don't do anything with it. And we take it with us to our grave. Don't let that happen. Walk away from the 97%. That's what I tell people. Walk away from the 97% of people that just live a mediocre life, or people that, don't fully achieve what they want in life. It's amazing that 3% of the world's population controls the world. And even in our communities, many of our communities, a small group of people controls the whole community. And they've figured it out. They figured it out. And that's what I want to share with you, that this event that we're doing is going to be a fun event. It will open your eyes. It'll let you look at the gift that you have, and it's going to nurture it, and it's going to water the gifts that you were born with. You were born to win. Most were conditioned to lose. And I always share that saying about this fella that said, oh, Creator, to reach the point of death, only to realize I've never lived. I've never lived. And I'm not going to do that with my life. I'm not going to waste my life. I'm going to give it all I've got. And when you guys come to the workshop, you're going to see me up there, and I give it all of my energy. I make sure that the people there, it's worth it for them. They're going to walk away and say, wow, I didn't know that about myself. I don't want you to walk away and say, boy, am I ever messed up. I want you to walk away and say, wow, I can't believe I've got that much. That's the important thing that I wanted to share with you guys. See? One of the things that I always share with people, that these things that have happened in your past, all of these things that you've accepted in your past that happened to us, we call that the enemy within. One of the things I want to share with you, though, is that if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. The enemy out here can do you no harm if there's no enemy within. So what we do, we give those enemies an eviction notice and say, it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to let me be who I am and let me shine in my life. And you've just been a shade, and you've been that anchor that's held me back for too long, and it's time for me to let go. It's time for me to grow. See? So I wanted to share that with you. You don't have to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. So if you want to make it, get started now. We'll see you November 20th to the 22nd, Vancouver Island University, Soup and Bannock for the Soul. Make your way here, make your life count, and it's going to be so much fun. And you're going to be the first in many. You're going to say, I was at that first meeting that they had. So I look forward to seeing you there. Find a way to get here. Find a way. If you've got a friend that needs something to give their lives a little bit of a boost, make that journey. And my gosh, I had a young man called the other day that he on his own is getting here because he wants to change his life. And he's 18. And he's making his own way here. So I found that amazing. So we look forward to seeing you November 20th to the 22nd. Make your life count. Okay? When you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. And if you laugh in recovery, you last. If you laugh in life, you last. So we look forward to seeing you, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Have a good weekend. We will see you there. The poster is attached to this video. Please post it. Help us out by posting it. Post it on all of your groups that you've joined. Post it for us. Give us a hand by getting the word out. And we're also available to bring this to other communities as well, which we are going to be doing. We're going into the interior of BC. We're going to Alberta and Saskatchewan with Soup and Bannock for the Soul. It's taking off now, and I told you, it starts with that first step. Because if you don't take that first step, life will always be the way that it is. Have a great weekend. Thank you, and laugh.